just want, I guess I talk about everything. I'm just all over the place. I can't even pick one subject and talk about it. So today I just want to come on and ramble a little bit. It's a little bit of a vlog, I guess, today. So I have been, I'm not going to say I've been struggling, but I have just been, I have been looking for a nail salon. Well, I haven't actively really been looking, but when one comes up in my cipher for me to look into, I do so. So that's one of my little passions as well. I like to do hair and nails, but I haven't really capitalized upon doing my hair thing. Just because it's not easy to do that. So, and it's the same thing for nails. Don't have a clientele with nails or hair. Well, the nails, I do have a couple of people that come to me on a regular, but it's not very many. It's not enough to be able to afford to pay for a booth rental spot in a salon somewhere. Two, it's hard to find decent salons. I live in Indianapolis, and Indianapolis is a pretty much segregated city. I don't give a damn what people think. I think it's a very much segregated city, which means everybody stays in cliques and groups and the like. Koreans stay with the Koreans, which they pretty much have the just a little thing came up for me, one of my motivational affirmations. But the Koreans pretty much have the nail industry in all over the world, really, to be honest. You know, pretty much all over the world. It's interesting. There's no black salons, nail salons here. If there is, they're ghetto, you know, halfway put together, not put together. It's, how do I explain it? It's rough out here trying to find a decent nail salon to go and be a part of, or to, you know, just actually get into in the city. So it's like, what am I going to do? And then people are like, well, do it out of your house. I don't want people coming to my house, running out of my house like that. I don't know people like that. Well, you can't think of it like, yeah, I can, because I'm not your average, like everybody type of woman, you know. So I just don't agree with having everybody running in and out of my house to get their nails done. Not something that I like to do. So it's just been hard. I just been feeling stuck in the matter. I found a nail shop. Found a nail shop to move in, but this dealing with people around here is like really wild. People don't know how to communicate. They have this terrible communication with all this toxic positivity, like this is okay and this is something normal, or, you know, I don't even know how to describe people anymore. You know, I really don't. It's just something that's odd, you know, trying to deal with people out here. People don't know how to communicate. They feel like everything that they say should be taken into consideration. Everything that they say and do should be taken into consideration. And who cares what anybody else thinks? If somebody else thinks differently, then, oh, you're a threat. And I'm usually the person that thinks differently about things, because I just see things for what they are. It's just what it is. Like, why should I hide behind toxic positivity about the negativeness about life and different things going on about it? You know, no, things are just what they are. Just plain and simple, you know. So I'm not always delighted and happy about bullshit. That's just not my personality. I mean, I feel like I get happy about the things that I need to be happy about, but most of the time we are bombarded with a bunch of bullshit that we're supposed to show this toxic, positive light about. I don't get that type of life. So maybe that's what I ought to name this video. Toxic positivity that these people run around here with. You know, and I don't think that everything needs to be happy-go-lucky about. I mean, I don't think everything, I'm not saying everything needs to be looked down upon, but some things, yeah, it might not be all that easy to be like, oh, well, yeah, we're going to be chummy about it, and it's all sunshines and poppy seeds and happiness. No. So, I say that because in going into this salon, there's communication problems all over these people. You ask a direct question, you can't get a clear answer. I don't like stuff like that, because that's where communication issues come at. What are these people doing? So, you know, how can you move and do things or get clear? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thinking that quick with watching people doing all this driving. But how do you get to a common ground with folks, or just a mutual ground with folks, when they don't know how to communicate? The communication level is just like totally off with folks. Like, how do you do that? So it's just, but because of toxic positivity, I am supposed to be like, oh, okay, maybe she didn't understand, and, you know, maybe she didn't understand what I'm saying. The more I try to go into detail about and make it clear about the direct question I'm trying to ask, the more confused I become with people's responses and answers to things. It's like I was very direct with the question I asked, and you gave me some other answer that doesn't answer the question that I'm asking. Or people want to explain the answer. They don't give you the answer. They explain the answer in detail. Like, I ask questions that are just answer is clearly what's needed. Not, well, here's a question. Let me give you an example. So, when do I put the period behind the sentence? Just something I could think of. I can't think of anything else. When do I put the period behind the sentence is the question. People answer it. Well, how you ask the question is going to make the decision on how or where you're going to put the period. Why can't this be, well, if you ask this type of question, then there's when you put the period behind it. Like, it's just crazy. This is why I don't like being out in the public. I don't like dealing with people or being bothered with people, because it gets shitty. I don't like a bunch of small talk about a bunch of bullshit that don't make sense, or it's just so much. Like, it just grinds my bones. Like, I try to filter people out with keeping my earphones on and being on my computer and doing the things that soothe my spirit, because dealing with people is the most draining thing for me. Draining. It's very draining for me. And I don't like it. It's like, geez, when am I going to find a tribe of people who we have something in common, you know, whom we can have good conversations and, you know, agree to disagree on things and still connect? These type of people are really rare on a find out here. Everybody is consumed about how social media living is affecting them, and how social media is helping, is boosting their creativity or motivating them to do as others. Everybody's a follower. Nobody has a creative individual look. Everybody wants to be entrepreneurs. Everybody wants to own their own businesses, to the point where half the shit that they selling, they can't benefit no motherfucking body. Really. You know, so excuse me. It's like, when are we gonna get out here and do some real shit that we can all benefit from? Like, open up a motherfucking grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Do some shit like that. Create some shit for our own community. Create a business that has jobs for people, or create businesses that can train our people how to be productive citizens by showing them and teaching them self-care comes first. Like, when are we going to do that? Like, when are we going to sell us something that we all can benefit from? Because frankly, my dear, most of this shit they out here selling is all bullshit. Bullshit that ain't going to help no motherfucking body. You know? So, I just have to just shit out here just just makes my brain go poof. Like, what the fuck? It's just wild. You know? So, just a vlog today about trying to toxic positivity, one, and finding a decent place to explore my creative side with what I went to school to do. You know, I don't want to be sitting up in the fucking salon with a bunch of Koreans or any other. You know, I'd much rather be with my own, because I don't like being subjected to different bouts of racism from different cultures. So I'm going to deal with some shit. I'd rather deal with my own, unfortunately. Because with my own definitely comes some bullshit, apparently. Which is what I'm up here about to be subject to with these non-communicating ass folks. Or shall I say, lack of communicating ass folks. Because we don't know how to communicate out of fear. Which is something that I am trying to work on myself. Because it's hard for me too to communicate because of fear. You know why? Because I'm afraid of how people will take me. But I get on here and ramble a poem. And I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. But that is something that I'm learning to cultivate within myself, because some things just need to be said. And if I'm the one who needs to say them, then so shall it be. You know, so I think I'm going to end it there and come back when I can. Of course, we're on the Car Chronicles. I gotta go in this grocery store and pick up my baby something to eat while I'm at this shop path today. So, but yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Okay, toodles.